Hi, I'm Matt with Maximum Living Power, and this is my video coaching newsletter series. And the topic of today's video is intermittent fasting. Should you do it or should you not? Well, I have an email from a guy who is asking about intermittent fasting. I've made videos about this before, but it was kind of in a mixture with other topics that I had discussed. So I'm just going to kind of make a quick video about intermittent fasting, by itself. So intermittent fasting has a lot of different benefits, and it's been around for decades and decades. Me personally, as a personal trainer, I've tried tons of diets, just not just for my own benefit, but just to kind of help with some clients or people I may be coaching when it comes to trying to figure out what's the best diet for you. So usually intermittent fasting will help in several different ways when it comes to dieting. Like I was saying, me personally, I found that I use intermittent fasting every single day, as I don't eat for probably about 6-8 hours after I after I wake up in the morning. And I found this to be very helpful especially if it's some of you that have a daily schedule like myself, or usually work during the day, because it allows you more freedom in the evening to eat more of the foods that you choose, that you enjoy, and to eat more of it. So I know a lot of people know the old school adage about 3 to 6 meals per day, right? Well, when I started training, back in the 2000s, that was basically what we were taught. Is it's recommended to do 3 to 6 small meals per day, and it helps increase your metabolism. Well, that could be further from the truth, as scientific evidence and the studies of intermittent fasting and eating multiple meals per day doesn't have much of a impact on metabolism. And a lot of the fitness professionals nowadays, they're starting to learn that, and it's making it a lot easier to be on a meal plan that you can stick with long term and actually get the best results long term as well. So just an example of my schedule, like I mentioned, is that for 6 to 8 hours after I wake from asleep, I have a little bit of coffee, black coffee, no creamer, sugar, and don't eat anything else. But I drink water throughout the day. I'm an avid water drinker, so which is never a problem. Now, when I first started doing intermittent fasting consistently, then it was kind of tough for probably the first week or two, because your body's not used to it, especially if you've been following the 3 to 6 small meals per day. Now, if you're a bodybuilder, professional bodybuilder, which I've worked with over the years, you want to continuously keep feeding, because the training is and the intensity of training is so high. And basically, some of the professional athletes that I've worked with before, they're doing split routines per day. Like, for instance, might be doing chest in the morning and then maybe shoulders in the evening. Well, when that happens, they need a little bit more nutrients throughout the day, as they're constantly repairing. Whereas is like, say somebody who's just trying to lose a little bit of weight, for instance, and maybe try to stay in shape, maybe either a regular athlete that maybe is not doing high interval training, or doing long distance running, or a gymnast or a sprinter or something like that, then basically you could have a little bit more flexibility with your eating plan. And basically the main thing to keep in mind when you are, say if you're trying to lose weight or trying to gain weight, is your calories. Because say, like for myself, sometimes I don't eat till after 5, but I'm not hungry. My energy level completely normal. It's good, and I consume a lot of my calories. Say, if it's on a evening, which a lot of us go out, say maybe to dinner or something like that on Friday and Saturday. It also helps with the flexibility of being able to do that as well, to where that you can go out, eat a little bit more food, maybe enjoy maybe something that, say for like, if you like seafood, if you want to go eat more shrimp, or whatever the case may be, or if you like a Mexican restaurant and you like chips and salsa, which I'm sure a lot of us watching this love chips and salsa. So intermittent fasting, what that allows you to do is consume more calories within a smaller time window, which is what they also call the eating window, whenever you're intermittent fasting. So the best thing I can tell you is, if you're interested in intermittent fasting, avoid eating, unless of course you have like a blood sugar problem, diabetes, or a medical problem, which you definitely want to consult with your physician before you do any kind of exercise program or any kind of diet plan. I'm just telling you what works for me and what I found to be successful. And so basically, if you're a completely healthy individual, no medical problems, and you want to try intermittent fasting, then try to prolong your breakfast, even if it takes a little bit of time. Say if you're used to eating at 5-6 o'clock in the morning, then try to postpone it a little bit to like 8-9 o'clock, and let your body kind of get used to it at first. Or if you are not hungry really in the morning, just prolong it for 6 to 8 hours, and then kind of see how you feel, and just go by what your body's telling you, because everybody's different. But I found it to be very, very useful whenever you're trying to maintain a diet, if you're trying to lose weight, make a long-term plan be successful, and do all this yo-yo dieting and all this other stuff. So if you are interested in intermittent fasting, then that's the best way to try it. So just keep that in mind. If you are interested in intermittent fasting, just try to avoid your breakfast, postpone your breakfast meal, or your first meal, should I say, a little bit longer into the day, and work with that. And then you'll be able to see that whenever you go to try to consume your calories. So for instance, if you're on a 1,500 calorie diet that you're trying to lose weight, then you can and say if you don't eat your first meal until like 3 or 4 o'clock, then just think about this. You got 1,500 calories to eat from 5 o'clock to the end of your window, 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening. Now think about how much food you can eat. Now, if you choose to have it in 1 meal or 2 meals, whatever the case may be, then do it. But you just listen to your body, see how you feel, and then just try it out. That's all you can do. I found it to be very, very successful, very useful, as I do it every single day. I've been doing it for multiple years, and it just helps when I'm cutting up, like for when I'm trying to lose body fat or whatever. It helps, and to me it's been one of the critical things that has helped me over the years stay with my diet plan and get down to the body fat percentage or lose the weight that I want to lose. So if you have any questions about intermittent fasting or any other health, fitness related topic, or relationship topic, or career help, if you're having problems trying to get into a passionate career, maybe you're not feeling fulfilled in the relationship or career and would like my help personally, you can go to my website at MaximumLivingPower.com. Go to the coaching options tab and pick the coaching option that works best for you. I do text messaging, phone call, coaching. I do Skype coaching. I do Facebook Messenger coaching. I do a lot of different types of coaching. So just pick whichever one that works best for you. And if you would like me to answer a question like I'm doing here for a future newsletter, all you have to do is go to the Contact Me tab and go to my email, which is also questions@MaximumLivingPower.com. Email me your question, be patient and give me a little time to get back to you, because I do have a lot of questions that come in, and also have coaching, clients that I coach, which they're paying customers, so I have to make sure I get to their coaching and problems, challenges first. But just be patient, and I'll get to your question as soon as possible. Thanks, and I will talk to you soon.